First batter of the game is Jace Lugo. And Jace grounds it foul over to third. Quick glitch starting out. Looks like we're up and running now. Mike Rideout along with Anthony Crum, who will be filling in some and doing some play-by-play today. Welcome to our live coverage of Spring Hill Dixie Youth Baseball here on JockJive.com. Ground ball to the pitcher. The throw to first dropped at first base. Lugo will be safe at first to lead things off. That will send up Billy Tipton, who wears number 1. Pounding the plate. He's ready. This is our third broadcast today. This one is hit slowly left side. The pitcher again, but this throw a little bit late. And Tipton will beat it out for an infield hit. That will put runners at first and second for the Astros. Their manager, Dan Tipton, assistant coaches P.J. Bingham, Frank Broers, and Chip Wood. Their sponsor, Southeast Title. The Astros have runners at first and second with nobody out. We're in the top of the first. We will play 5 innings or hour and a half, whichever comes first. We do have a 1 hour and 30-minute time limit, as that one is swung on and missed for strike 1 by P.J. Bingham. That means that we have to begin the next full inning of play before the 1 hour and 30-minute time limit is up. Whether we get to the 3rd inning or the 4th inning. Next pitch. That one lined into left field for a base hit. Gets past the left fielder, rolls all the way to the fence. Lugo will score. Tipton kind of navigating his way around the third baseman. He will score. And here comes P.J. Bingham to the plate. He will score 3 runs across the plate for the Astros, who take an early 3-0 lead. Good crowd on hand on the Astros side. So with the bases empty, that sends up Brogan Wood. Brogan slaps this one over the head of the shortstop all the way to the fence. Brogan on his way for 2. The throw wide of the bag, and Wood with a stand-up double. So the Astros still with nobody out. The maximum number of runs you can score is 5 in an inning. They've already got 3. A runner at second with nobody out. For the number 5 hitter, Noah Rios. Where's number 3? I like the long sleeve shirt look. It just seems like a hot day to have long sleeves on. Temperature expected to be in the mid-90s today. Swing and a miss at the next pitch. Jace Lugo, Billy Tipton, P.J. Bingham have all scored in the first inning for the Astros. Noah Rios trying to bring home Brogan Wood, who's at second. Well, we got our feedback, our little static back again. Ground ball off the glove of the third baseman. Everybody's going to be safe. That will put runners on the corners. Astros threatening again to score more. Here's Lily Farmery. Lily swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Someone is having a bad day. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Folks, you can participate during the broadcast by sending in your shout-outs, best wishes. Send them via text message. Grab a pen. I'm going to give you the number to send your shout-out via text message. That number is area code 352-258-8450. Area code 352-258-8450. Our first shout-out says, way to go, Brogan. Mommy and Daddy love you. That's Broken Wood for the Astros. Ground ball up the middle. Knocked down at second, but play. Everybody's going to be safe. We have food. I love it when a good plan comes together. Thank you very much. Look at that. Even got one for Anthony, my partner today. Have I got enough room over there? Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Like that, too. It's a good day. It's getting better and better. This one is hit by Xander Brewers to the pitcher. Throw to first, not in time. And that will load the bases for Jasper Monroe. I got distracted by the food, didn't put Brogan's run down. Brogan Wood scored that fourth run. Jasper Monroe swings and fouls the first pitch off for strike one. So the key now, Anthony, we got two sets of food here. One of us is on the air and one of us is not. So my suggestion is the person not broadcasting eat. And then you'll see why I've come to eat so fast when I try to eat while I'm broadcasting. Because I only broadcast in between innings. We got about 90 seconds maximum.
Get a bite or two in.
Yeah, get a bite or two in. Noah Rios at third base, Lily Farmer at Xander Brewers at first. Bases are loaded for the Astros. Jasper Monroe at the plate. The Astros have 4. You can score as many as 5 runs in an inning. So they are almost at capacity, trying to reach that capacity here with a hit or even an out. There are no outs in the inning. And this one hit left side, and that's going to be a base hit. And the 5th run comes across the plate. An RBI single for Jasper Monroe. 8 batters come to the plate. The Astros take full advantage, scoring 5 runs. We'll head to the bottom of the first. It's the Astros 5, the Braves coming to the plate right after this timeout here on JockJive.com.
What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game. And all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do. And it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong. And Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do, by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction. We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
Hey, business owners, looking for a way to reach and rock your potential customer base into checking out your products and services? Then you need to advertise on JockJive.com. We broadcast hundreds of sporting events annually all over the country. Football, baseball, basketball, softball, it's all right here. Whether live or archived, it's on JockJive. Reach the masses. Call 488-1385 or email info@jockjive.com. JockJive.com. We are literally taking the world by storm. Last year, more than 3,000 cities worldwide turned into our coverage of football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball. From T-ball to the NCAA Division I athletics, JockJive crews have traveled this nation to provide you the finest in sports coverage. So the next time you need the spotlight clearing on your sports venture, think JockJive.com. Maybe not the only internet sports channel, but the best one.
All right, we head to the bottom of the first inning here in Spring Hill. Glad to have you aboard wherever you may be. Thanks for tuning in on JockJive.com. Mike Rideout handling the play-by-play early, and then I'll turn it over to Anthony Crum later. You can send your shout-outs via text message to area code 352-258-8450. That's 352-258-8450. Alex McDonald pops the first pitch up near the bag at second. The throw to first not going to be in time. So a leadoff base runner for the Braves. Coached their manager, John McMurdo. Assistant coaches, Jeremy Williams, Dan Boyd, Will Orta. And they are sponsored by Divinity Med Spa. Astros sponsored by Southeast Title. Next batter, Evan McMurdo, grounds this one to, well, past the shortstop. And everybody's safe. Runners at first and second with nobody out for Ryan Boyd. But once again, if you want to send a shout-out, send it via text. I'll give out the number again. But our next shout-out, great job, Jasper, from Grandpa and Grandma Monroe in Iowa. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Love to hear from another state. California, Iowa, Indiana, Connecticut. Yeah, we did have one from Finland as well. One from overseas. Next batter, Ryan Boyd, grounds this one fair to third. A foot race. Did they get him? Yes. Out at third base, on the fielder's choice. 5 unassisted. Nice play over there at third. One thing we didn't get were the positions for the players. So I'm not quite sure who that is at third base. If he turns around, I'll be able to let you know. Well, our on-deck hitter falls down at home plate. George Said is the batter. Runners at first and second. And he lines it right to the first baseman, who's going to go to the bag to get the out for the double play. That will do it for the Braves in the first. They threatened but failed to score. We've completed one. It's the Astros 5, the Braves nothing. You're watching Junior Rookies Baseball from Spring Hill, Dixie Youth Baseball, right here on JockJive.com.
Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did. Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
Are you a friend of JockJive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of JockJive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
All right, welcome back here to Spring Hill. You just heard our promo for Facebook, also Twitter and YouTube. When you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you get an email notification letting you know when the game is beginning, which is kind of cool. Also, by becoming or liking the JockJive Facebook page, if we ever have any type of delays, whether it be a weather delay, for example, that's the first place we're going to post it is on the JockJive Facebook page. So that's why we encourage you to like us on Facebook, but there's other reasons. We post the final scores of all the games we broadcast, and you can comment on those once you follow the JockJive page. Once you like the page. Cup check will lead it off for the Astros, but how about that play at the end of the first inning? Once again, that was a great play by Ryan. Was it Ryan Boyd? No, it was, oh, that's right, the Astros, Brokenwood. Brokenwood, who already has a big at-bat in this game, too, with a double and a run score, with a great play at first base, catching the line drive, tagging the bag at first for the double play. So great play by Brokenwood. Cooper Kupp check with 3 pitches in now. Each batter gets 5 pitches. You must make contact on the 5th pitch. Next pitch. Got a piece of it and fouled it off. Batters 9, 10, and 11 for the Astros. They may not have a 12th batter. The 12th batter wasn't here when we started, and may be a scratch for today. Okay. Next pitch to Kupchak. Swing and a miss. And that's your first out of the inning. Out for Jackson Ellis. Here's a shout out that says, "Let's go Astros. Play hard." We'd like to know who you are. When you send the shout out, not only let us know who's it to, but who's it from. That way when the players go back and watch the game, they'll know who sent the shout out. And then if you're listening or watching outside the area, we always like to know where you're watching. We've had multiple states represented today. Another person in Finland that was watching the game this morning. Swing and a miss. This is our third and final broadcast in the junior rookies division today, and then we'll move over to the O-Zone for a couple of games. Final scores of the games that we broadcast today. This morning, the Brewers defeated the Pirates 14-4. That was a run rule game. And then in the game prior to this one, how about a 15-12 final? Yankees hold off the Mets. 15-12, the final. Back to your shout-outs at 352-258-8450. Let's go Jasper Monroe from Sassy and Sean in Newport Beach, California. And there's another Left Coast fan. Next pitch to Jackson Ellis. Swing and a miss. He'll get one more. And speaking of one more, how about one more shout-out? The one that sent the Let's Go Astros Play Hard ads, have fun, and play hard, PJ Bingham. We are proud of you. Love Mom, Dad, Mama, and Papa. Go Astros. All right, thank you, guys. That's how it's done. And Ellis swings and misses here for the second out of the inning. 2 gone. Base is empty for Dylan Eckliff. Looks like Dylan needs a little assistance there. There's no box anymore, so it's hard to blame him when you can't, when you're supposed to stand in the batters, and there's no box to stand in. Coach helping him out, though. Looks like he's all set. And he got a piece of it. And that thing is that's a fair ball. The throw to first will be in time. Boy, first he didn't get him, and then he got him the second time. But I wasn't quite sure if that ball was going to be fair or foul. It was called a fair ball. And it was just fair. Eckliff is retired for the third out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the second as the Astros fail to score. Braves will send up 5, 6, and 7 when we come back. They trail the Astros 5-0 here on JockJive.com.
Here are some things you may not know about JockJive. We're one of the nation's premier sports production companies. From audio only to full-scale video productions, we can do it all. Our list of clients is continuing to grow and includes the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, NJCAA, Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association, Alabama Community College Conference, Perfect Game, Great American Rivalries, youth sports like Dixie, American Legion, Babe Ruth, plus a litany of high schools, junior colleges, and more. We've worked with names I bet you recognize, like Johnny Manziel, Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Monty Coleman, and more. And we travel to practically every part of the country, from New York to California, Florida to Minnesota, and everywhere in between. Here's another thing you may not know. We are ready to come to work for you. That's right, we have a package to fit practically every budget. Just go to JockJive.com and contact us to get international coverage for your next sporting event. Your athletes deserve the best. They deserve JockJive.
The official sports web streaming provider of Dixie Youth Baseball is JockJive.com. Now, you don't have to miss the big game, whether in another part of the state or another part of the world. Catch Dixie Youth Baseball on JockJive.com, and when the game is over, the joy of listening and watching the coverage has just begun, because every game broadcast by JockJive is now archived at its conclusion. Plus, you can catch the game on your mobile phone or iPad. JockJive.com, the next best thing to being there.
Astros send up batters. Well, let's see. That's number 6. At least not as of yet. Randy Herndon, a scratch. So we'll start it off with the. Oh, that's right. The Rays are batting. Forgot to flip my scorecard here. My apologies. This is Mason Orta. We'll keep that in mind when we go to the bottom of the inning, that Randy Herndon is still not here. Where are you, Randy? Base hit, left field. It rolls all the way to the fence. Mason Orta around first. He's going to cruise into second with a stand-up double. That will send up Liam Cohen. First pitch, hit right back to the pitcher. Throw to first, high and off the glove of the pitcher, or the first baseman. Orta will get down to third base, and that will put runners on the corners. Here is a shout-out to Liam Cohen. Let's go Braves. Don't forget, let us know who you are when you send the shout-out. Hunter Crane, the batter. That ball caught the bat. Foul ball. And here's a shout-out to Hunter Crane. Mom and T love you. Way to go, buddy. Thank you, guys. Another shout-out. Go Braves. Mom loves you, Alexander. Thank you. One more here. Go Astros. Billy, Mommy, Daddy, and Sarah love you. Appreciate it, guys. We may have already surpassed the number of shout-outs we received the entire game last game with these flurry of shout-outs here to start this one. 5-0 Braves trail. We're in the bottom of the second. This is popped up to the pitcher, off his glove, and everybody's going to be safe. Sliding in safely is Orta, and the Braves are on the scoreboard. They trail 5-1. Did they send him back? No. Okay, why is he going back to third? Now he's heading to the dugout, so the run does count for Orta. Runners at first and second for Preston Williams. Swings and misses at the first pitch for strike one. So the Braves down 4. That means the tying run is on deck. Next pitch. Preston adjusts his pants and hits it foul to first. Another shout out. Let's go Braves. Grana is watching you play from Lubbock, Texas. Alex McDonald, love you. Two more pitches coming up for Preston Williams, who bats 8th in the lineup. After this half inning, Anthony Crum will take you through the next at least inning, maybe 2. Preston now at the top of the box, and he hits it right back to the pitcher's mound. The throw to first, well, it looked like it may have hit our first baseman. May have had a hard time seeing it because of the sun. Let's hope he's okay. Brogan Wood, who made a great play earlier in the game, says he's okay, but I know that ball, it hit him in the face. I don't know if it was a direct hit or maybe even kind of ricocheted off of something. Checking him out over there at first base. Well, good to see he's okay. Tough young man. Base is loaded for the Braves for Jaden Andrade. We're in the bottom of the second. The Astros lead the Braves 5-0. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Still nobody out. And 1 run in. Swing and a miss. Snap the next one. Again, each batter gets 5 pitches. You must make contact on that 5th pitch. Still to come, 2 ozone games. We'll broadcast the 3:15 game between the Rays and the Marlins and the 5:30 game between the Mariners and the Indians. Young man, number 10, I forgot to get his name, who kept scoreboard for the morning game, playing for the Indians in that game. Swing and a miss. 5th pitch coming up for Jaden Andrade. He's got to make contact here. And that will be the first out of the inning. Andrade with a swing and a miss. One out, bases loaded for Kyson Felice. Where's number 8? Reaches down and Just misses that one for strike one. Bases loaded for the Braves. They threaten here in the bottom of the second inning as Felice swings and misses at the next pitch. Third pitch coming up. Felice hits this one right back to the pitcher. Actually, it rolls now right side to the first baseman. And there's nobody over to cover first base. One run will score. Here comes run number two as the throw gets away into left field, but I think timeout will be called to hold that runner at third base. But Felice with a base hit to drive in 2 runs. Williams holds at third base, but the score now 5-3. They've got the tying run on board over at first. Chance to make it a 1-run game with a hit here by Grace Franklin. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Astros lead it 5-3, but the Braves with all 3 of their runs here in the second inning. Next pitch, swing and a miss. What was that, Anthony, you were saying about this game moving right along? I think you did not. Okay. I told you not to say it, right? Next pitch, swing and a miss. Late swinging there. Coach is going to try to help her out. She's got the baton part of it down. Now she's just got to put it together. One more coming up for Grace Franklin. And that is the second out of the inning. And that will send up the number 12 hitter in the order, TJ Ebersole. Braves trying to tie this thing up. They're down a couple of runs with 2 on base. You don't want to hit your coach in the hand. TJ giving that plate a beating. And the pitch. And he makes contact, grounds it to the pitcher. The throw to first will be in time. 1-3 put out, and the inning is over. But the Braves do score 3 runs. They're back in it. And as we head to the third, it's now the Astros 5 and the Braves 3. When we come back, play-by-play from Anthony Crum. You're watching Dixie Youth Baseball Junior Rookies game right here on JockJive.com.
The official sports web streaming provider of Dixie Youth Baseball is JockJive.com. Now, you don't have to miss the big game, whether in another part of the state or another part of the world. Catch Dixie Youth Baseball on JockJive.com, and when the game is over, the joy of listening and watching the coverage has just begun, because every game broadcast by JockJive is now archived at its conclusion. Plus, you can catch the game on your mobile phone or iPad. JockJive.com, the next best thing to being there. Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program. Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone, except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other.
Welcome back to Dixie Youth Baseball here, junior rookies division between the Astros and the Braves. I'm Anthony Crum. He's got the play-by-play passed to me from Mike Rideout. Allow him to eat his lunch now that we got food. He had to watch me eat for the first 2 innings, and now I get to watch him eat. But it's not as bad because I'm not hungry. He was hungry when he had to watch me eat. But the Astros are up to the plate now. Jace Lugo is going to be the leadoff batter for the Astros. She got a single in her first at-bat and later came around to score. Sporting the double batting glove look. Well choked up on that bat. And she's getting ready for her second pitch. As the second pitch comes in, it goes right past the plate. Gets set for the third pitch. Swung on way early. Shoots it. If there wasn't a fence there, it would have gone right into the bleachers right behind her. She's trying to take out her parents, I guess. As here comes the fourth pitch. The Astros are leading in this game 5-3. They scored 5 in the first inning, but then went down 1-2-3 in the second. How they sit with 5 runs. The Braves were unable to score in the first, but came back with 3 in the bottom of the second, and we sit at 5-3 here in the top of the third. Fifth pitch comes in, fouled off to the left early again. That one's behind third place. We're going to get another shot. Sixth pitch has to make contact here. Swung right through it. And that's going to be the first out of the inning on a strikeout. It's going to bring up Billy Tipton. Single in his first at-bat today. And then later came around to score. He was by the third hole hitter, P.J. Bingham. After he reached on that first inning single. P.J. swings through the first pitch. His mom standing over to the left, filming him. She's trying to cheer him on to get a hit here in his second at bat as he swings through the second one. Must be a Astros uniform. They all have their back pockets out. All of them have pulled that back pocket out and just sitting out behind them. But only the Astros have it done, so a fashion statement today by this Astros team. Third pitch coming in to PJ. He swings right through it. Good block by the catcher for the Braves. Number 7, Jaden Andred, is behind the plate for the Braves. They did a good job getting in front of that one. Big rip there by Billy Tipton as he was swinging for the fences, but swung right over top of that one. As he's now saw 4 pitches, so he has to make contact with this one, or we're going to see our second strikeout of this inning. Next pitch, and he makes contact with this one. Slow roller, swinging bunt to third base, and he's going to get to first in time. A single for Billy Tipton. Going to bring up the big bat of P.J. Bingham. P.J. sporting the sleeves. The athletic sleeves on the arm. It's blue and white camo with 2 batting gloves as he put a charge into one in the first as he brought 3 3 RBIs on the homer, and he's going to put a charge into this one right over the first baseman's head. First baseman almost made a great catch there for the Braves, as it looks like they're having a little bit of trouble getting it in, and PJ is going to round all the bases again, but they're not going to let him get a home run on this one. He is instead going to get a 1 RBI triple. Great piece of hitting there by P.J. Bingham to shoot that one into right field, right over the head of the first baseman. And bring home another run for this Astros team, as they now have 6 on the board. 6-3 is their lead over the Braves, bringing up Brogan Wood. Brogan Wood got a double in his first at-bat, but he ended the bottom of that first inning with that great catch at first base, where he caught the line drive and then went over and stepped on first. As he uppercuts at one, swings right through it. As he's trying to add to that double and pick up the RBI of P.J. Bingham, who's standing on third base. Got the Nike cleats on. Easton bat, and he's ready to swing at another one. Popped up right behind home plate. Falls harmlessly to the ground. As we have one out here in the top of the third, 6-3, Astros lead over the Braves. Runner on third base is P.J. Bingham. Triple that brought in Billy Tipton. Gave the Astros their 6th run. Great swing and a collision at the shortstop between 2 Braves players that were both going to try to catch that high fly ball by Brogan Wood, and the ball ends up not being caught, comes to the ground. Brogan Wood is going to be on second. P.J. Bingham's going to come around to score. Astros now lead 7-3. Good effort out there on the defensive side of the ball by the Braves. They just weren't able to really communicate, and the third baseman and the shortstop just ran straight into each other, and the ball ended up falling between them. Would have been a tough catch for either of them to make anyway, as there's still 1 out in the top of the third. It's going to bring up Noah Rios, who got a single in the first inning. He came around to score later in that inning for the 5th run that ended that first. He looks like the most ready batter you're ever going to see in the batter's box. As soon as he gets up there, he throws his arms back, throws the bat back, and gets ready to put a good charge into the ball. And this time he does, getting it all the way to the fence, bringing Brogan Wood around to score. And Noah Rios is going to be on third with the triple. Great piece of hitting there by Noah Rios to bring around his teammate and end up in scoring position. 8-3, Astros lead over the Braves. That's going to bring up Lily Farmer, and she, with the pink bat, shoots one right back up the middle. She makes the pitcher get out of the way of that one. She hit it right at him. Good reflexes there by the Astros pitcher to get out of the way, and that one goes straight into center field. She brings Noah Rios around for the run. Astros have scored 4 in this inning. They need 1 more, and the top of the third will be over. Nine to 3. Now the Astros have the lead over the Braves. Lily Farmer standing on first if she got that RBI single, and that's going to bring up Xander Roars to the plate. He puts a good charge into one, hits one into the shortstop into center field. And they got the runner out at second. And that's going to give us 2 outs here in the top of the third, as they got Lily Farmery out at second base. And that's going to leave Xander Boers on first after the fielder choice. So with 2 outs now, 9-3, Astros looking for one more run in this inning. Jasper Monroe is going to be at the plate. As Xander Boers, you could probably definitely see him standing out at first base. He's got a bright blue helmet on that's Under Armour metallic with the silver chrome. Kind of looks like a Oregon Duck uniform, as they're sponsored by Under Armour and always have definitely the coolest uniforms on the college football field. As Jasper Monroe is at the plate. Astros looking for that last run. Braves looking for one more out to end this inning. Jasper swings right underneath that one. Jasper brought home a run in the first. That ended that first inning as the Astros loaded up the bases in the top of the first. They were able to score 5 runs. They didn't score any in the second, but so far have brought around 4 to score here in the top of the third, as they lead the Braves 9-3. That miss by Jasper is going to end the inning, and he's going to go down swinging. We're going to head to the bottom of the third now. Astros lead 9-3. You're listening to Dixie Junior Rookies Baseball here on JockJive Sports.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories. Every league in Dixie Youth Baseball sets their sights each year on the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. In August, champions in the Majors Division, the Triple-A Division, or the O-Zone Division from each state compete for the number 1 position in Dixie Youth Baseball. Why not combine your vacation with a week of championship youth baseball at the Dixie Youth World Series?
Welcome back, everyone, to Junior Rookies Baseball here in Spring Hill, as the Braves are coming up to bat as they trail the Astros 9-3 with small lineup change for the number 10. Preston Williams has been taken out of the game. I guess he's not feeling too well over in that Braves dugout, so coaches are going to sit him down. It is a hot day here in Spring Hill. Kids have to make sure they stay hydrated, stay in good playing shape as we're up near the 90s. Luckily, we have a breeze coming through the press box, or else it would probably be a lot more miserable than it is right now. But the Braves are trying to get back into this one as they trail by 6 here in the bottom of the third, as Alex McDonald is going to be at the plate. He puts a good swing into one, but also loses the bat in the process and almost takes out our catcher that's sitting right in front of us. Luckily, he's sitting a good 4 feet away from the plate, so he didn't get hit with that bat. Good charge into that one, and that ball goes into right field. It hits the right fielder, and he goes down with the ball. Alex McDonald is going to be on second with a double. The right fielder for the Astros was kind of sitting in the grass out there, and the ball just came right at him. Ended up hitting him in the arm. He did a good job to get it back into play. You could tell he just wasn't really ready for that ball to come at him as he was chilling out in right field. That's going to bring up for the Braves number 4, Evan McMurdo. And he sends one to the right fielder, and that right fielder's going to have to go get another one as this one rolls all the way to the fence. It's going to bring Alex McDonald around to score. Evan McMurdo is going to come home from third for a home run. Great piece of hitting there by Evan McMurdo as he put a charge into that one and sent it into the right field and rolled all the way to the fence. That's going to be 2 runs for the Braves as 2 hits plate 2 runs. Evan McMurdo picks up 2 RBIs on that one. Braves coming out swinging as Ryan Boyd swings at the first pitch, and he's going to be on first with a single. Braves have seen 3 pitches so far in this inning. Alex McDonald hit a double. Evan McMurdo hit a home run. Now Ryan Boyd hit a single. Braves have something cooking here in the bottom of the third. As we're getting a slight stoppage behind the plate, but we're ready to go with George Stead at the plate, number 13. And he's keeping the right fielder busy out in right field as he's had to go get every single ball so far, each of them going to the fence. Giving him a high five for his hard work out in right field. But that charge put into the ball by George Stead is going to end him up at third and plate the runner from first, being Ryan Boyd. And the Astros score 3 quick runs to make the score now 9-6. As we have to take a little pause for Liam Cullum to run around and get into the batter's box. Number 6, Madison Orida going to be at the plate, trying to keep this rally alive for the Braves as they've already plated 3 runs so far in this inning. 9-6 the score, as the Braves have on third. No outs here in the bottom of the third. Good swing by Madison Orida. He gets it in between the second baseman and the shortstop. That one goes all the way to the fence in center field, and he's going to be in for a stand-up double. That brings in another runner. 9-7 the score. And the Braves have a chance to plate 1 more run in this inning. Started out this inning at 9-3. So with the 5-run rule, the Braves can get up to 8 runs. And they've so far plated 4. We don't have any outs here so far in the bottom of the third. And Liam Cohen is going to be at the plate, trying to bring around his Madison Orida, who stands in scoring position at second. Liam swings at the second one, swings right over top of it. He made contact with it, but couldn't put it in play. As he takes some hacks outside the batter's box, trying to get that swing nice and level so he can try to put one in play and end this inning with the Braves scoring 5 runs. Swings on another one, and that one also goes foul. He's doing a good job making contact, just can't put anything in play. So far, he's had 1 at bat, and he hit a single in the second. Next pitch coming into Liam. This time he hits it right to the shot, who can't get the throw over in time to first as Liam hustled down that first base line. Good job by Liam getting out of that batter's box quickly and getting down to first to beat out that infield single. He moves Mason over to third, and Liam is going to be standing on first as the Braves are looking for 1 more run in this inning, and they're going to ask Hunter Crane to try to give it to him as he's up to bat. He had an at-bat in the bottom of the second where he brought around a runner when he hit a single. 9-7 the score now in the bottom of the third. No outs yet. Hunter has swung for 2 pitches so far. The catcher almost hits Hunter trying to throw the ball back. But Hunter did a good job getting out of the way. Third pitch into Hunter. Right over top of that one. He's on time with it, just unable to get his bat on it. As he stands outside of the batter's box trying to calculate how many pitches he's seen so far. The first runner on first is actually sitting on first base, so get a hit. I'm not sure he's going to be in a good position to run. Hunter swung over the next pitch. He has to make contact with this one or he's going to be out, and then the count for the first out of the inning. Braves just need one more run in this inning. They've brought across 4 here in the bottom of the third. Hunter swung right over top of that one. It's going to be the first out of the inning. Jaden Andrade going to come to the plate. He struck out in his first plate appearance. Braves trailing the Astros 9-7 with a runner on third and a runner on first. Here comes the first pitch into Jaden Andrade. He swings right over top of it. For the first strike, he's got 4 more chances to try to put one in play. The runner on third for the Braves would end this inning if they know a way to get him across home plate. Jaden Andrade swings through the next pitch. That's going to be the second strike as we have a shout out coming in. Let's go Braves. Grana is watching you play from Lubbock, Texas, Alex McDonald. Way to go, Alex McDonald from Grana in Lubbock, Texas. As Texas, I think, adds a new state to our diverse amount of states that we've had give us shout-outs today. We've had some from California, Connecticut, Texas, here in Florida. As Jaden swings through another pitch, he now has one more shot to try to make contact with it. Braves only have 1 out here in the bottom of the third. They've brought 4 runs across. Jaden down to his last strike. He swings through that one. And he is going to be out. It's going to bring up number 8. Kyson Falace. As he has the shoes that if you were with us for the last game, he's got the shoes that I was commenting on earlier that I was really a fan of. The bright neon green with the kind of orange tip toes. Those shoes must be bringing him good luck as he hits one to the third baseman. They're unable to get it over to first in time. That's going to plate the runner from third and end this inning as the Braves are able to scratch 5 runs across. And we're going to head to the top of the fourth with the Astros lead now just 1. They lead the Braves 9-8. You're listening to Junior Rookies Baseball here on JockJive Sports.
What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game. And all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do. And it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong, and Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction. We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
Welcome back here to Junior Rookies Baseball as the Astros and the Braves are in a heated battle here in the top of the fourth. Astros lead the Braves 9-8. As the first batter up for the Astros is going to be Cooper Kupchak, who struck out in the second inning. He's going to have a chance to add or maybe try to start the hitting for this team here in the top of the fourth. As we're waiting for the umpire to talk to the coaches before we get this inning underway. One of the coaches working with Cooper at the plate, trying to get him to swing, get a level swing right over the heart of the plate. As the Astros catcher, number 3, TJ Eversold, is drawing some smiley faces in the dirt in front of us. Here comes the first pitch into Kupchak. He swings right over top of it for the first strike. Good strong throw back to the pitcher there by Eversold. A little off target, but good strong throw. Here comes the second pitch into Kupchak. Astros hold the 9-8 lead. They scored 5 runs in the first inning. They were unable to score one in the second, but then got 4 runs across in the third. Third pitch comes in to Kupchak. Takes a big hack at it, but he's unable to make contact. It's a good throw there back there by the catcher. And the coach comes in to try to help Cooper Kupchak get some better contact on this ball, as he's about to see his 4th pitch of the at-bat. Again, swings right over top of it. And he's down to his last strike. If he doesn't make contact this time, he's going to be called out on strikes. Just want to remind you, if you want to send out a shout-out to one of these players, as Cooper is going to strike out as he swings over that 5th pitch. If you know someone playing this game and you want to send them a shout-out for us to read live on air, you can text it in to 352-258-8450. That's 352-258-8450. Just tell us who you are, where you're from. We'll go ahead and read it out. So these players know when they watch the game back that you were watching from out of state. As we have one out now in the top of the fourth after Cooper Kupchak struck out. It's going to bring up Jackson Ellis. He struck out in the second inning as the coach comes in and draws him a new batter's boxes. We played 3 games here today. We had a Brewers versus Pirates game, then a Yankees versus Mets game. So this batter's box in front of us is taking a beating after all these at-bats. So there's no real chalk left up there. So they don't really know where they need to stand. The Brewers won that game 14-4. The Yankees beat the Mets 15-2, and now 15-12. And now you're watching the Astros and the Braves. A little bit later, we're going to be over at a different field calling Ozone games at 3:15. You can stop by and watch the Rays versus the Marlins, and then at 5:30, you can join us for the Mariners versus the Indians. As Jackson Ellis has seen 3 pitches so far. He made contact with one of them, but just unable to put one in play so far. As the coach comes in and draws him a new batter's box. Getting them situated in the batter's box is half the battle for these coaches. Got to get them to stand straight, step forward, hold the bat. You're learning the fundamentals at this level. As great contact there is made by Jackson Ellis, he hustles down first base, and the pitcher can't get it to the first baseman. And Ellis is going to be on first with a single. Good job there by Ellis to make contact with it. Hustle down to first base. As the coach is telling him that the next guy up, Dylan Eichliff, can make contact, that he needs to be ready to take off towards second. So they're going to set up Dylan in the batter's box real quick. Dylan, number 9, had a ground out in the second inning. Astros trying to extend their lead a little bit. They're up on the Braves 9-8 with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Dylan watched that first pitch go by, and he's ready for the second one. Gets that shoulder up high to get ready in batting position. Puts a good cut on the second swing, but sends it foul towards third base. Just a little late on that swing. Getting ready for the third pitch to come into Dylan. So we see the catcher and the umpire hanging out behind home plate. As Dylan swings and misses at the third pitch. He's going to have 2 more to try to make contact and put one in play. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. He swings through the 4th one. Coach telling him, Dylan, you got to keep that bat level. Get contact on it. As Dylan has 1 more attempt to try to put this ball in play. He has to make contact with this pitch, or he'll be out. 5th pitch coming into Dylan. He does make contact with it, so he's going to stay alive. Dylan at the plate. Jackson Ellis standing on first after he picked up a single in the last at bat for the Astros. The Astros leading the Braves 9-8. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Jackson Ellis swings through that one. No, Dylan Eichliff swings through that one, and he's going to strike out on the 6th pitch of the at-bat. That's going to reset the order and bring up Jace Lugo. Lugo had a single in the 1st and struck out in the 3rd. Astros now have a runner on first. Still have a runner on first, but now have 2 outs. Trying to get another single like she did in the 1st inning. She came around to score. That was a strong throw there by the second baseman. Ends up back at the catcher as the ball's going back and forth between the second baseman and the catcher. Something you see a lot in junior rookies baseball. The ball just goes flying around the diamond. No one really knows where it's going to end up. Second pitch coming into Jace. Swung right through that one. The second strike of the inning. Three more chances to put one in play for Jace. With a runner on first for the Astros. Another one swung right through. 2 more shots. As the coach is going to come up and replace her in the batter's box. 9-8, Astros lead over the Braves here in the top of the fourth. Good contact with that fourth pitch. Almost ends up in the batter's box for the Astros. Or Billy Tipton standing over there. It is back turned. Lucky to not get clunked in the head a little bit for that baseball. Got to pay attention over there in that batter circle. Last pitch coming in to Jace Lugo. Swung right through that one. That's going to be the third out of the inning. We are going to head to the bottom of the fourth. You're watching Junior Rookies Baseball here on JockJive Sports.
Hey, business owners, looking for a way to reach and rock your potential customer base into checking out your products and services? Then you need to advertise on JockJive.com. We broadcast hundreds of sporting events annually all over the country. Football, baseball, basketball, softball, it's all right here. Whether live or archived, it's on JockJive. Reach the masses. Call 334-488-1385 or email info@JockJive.com. JockJive.com. We are literally taking the world by storm. Last year, more than 3,000 cities worldwide turned into our coverage of football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball. From T-ball to the NCAA Division I athletics, JockJive crews have traveled this nation to provide you the finest in sports coverage. So the next time you need the spotlight glaring on your sports venture, think JockJive.com. Maybe not the only internet sports channel, but the best one.
Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did. Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
Are you a friend of JockJive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We're growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of JockJive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together. Here are some...
Welcome back, everyone. This is Junior Rookies Baseball here on JockJive Sports. As we have a close one headed into the bottom of the fourth as the Astros are leading the Braves 9-8. But the Braves are coming up to bat to try to close this lead after they were able to plate 5 runs in the bottom of the third. Batting first for the Braves is going to be Grace Franklin. Coaches worked with her in that last at bat, trying to get her to swing just on time. She's been a little late on every pitch so far. We'll see if she can work on that swing a little bit and get contact with the ball as umpire Jerry Roberts is going to help her get her hands in order as she had them flipped over on the bat. We were talking about earlier, this is just Junior Rookies Baseball. These kids are out here just to have some fun and get the fundamentals down, so a lot of these coaches will stop during at bats and just help these kids get set in the bat, get their hands set, work on their swing, work on their throw. Just trying to learn the game of baseball here at Spring Hill. As this is the third game we've called today. Seen two more games in action. We saw the Pirates and the Brewers and the Yankees and the Mets earlier today. As we're down to the last pitch for Grace Franklin. Here it comes, and a little late again, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. As the bottom of the fourth starts with the Braves with the strikeout, and she's going to head back to the dugout. TJ Eversole is going to be coming up to bat today, or next, in this inning. He grounded out in the bottom of the second, as we have to wait for Alex McDonald to sprint across the field and get over there into the batter's box. Big swing there on the first pitch by TJ Eversole. He just ended up actually standing on the plate after that swing. Coach is going to help him get that back foot set. Got to keep that back leg planted so when you swing, you don't end up moving your whole body over the plate. Here comes the second pitch. Into TJ, swung right over top of it. As TJ looked like he wanted to hit that ball on the catcher. We have one out, one down here in the bottom of the fourth. Braves need a run as they're trailing the Astros 9-8. We thank you for listening here on JockJive Sports. We want to remind you that you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook, so you can stay up to date with all the action happening here with Dixie Junior Sports. As TJ Eversole fouls off the next pitch, he has to find his way back to the batter's box. He was a catcher earlier in this game, and he turned to the umpire, Jerry Roberts, and told him, catching is hard work. Jerry Roberts got him to go back into the catching and getting it throwing back to the pitcher. Good contact made there by TJ Eversole, but he was unable to get down to first in time. And he's going to be out on the ground out, although he hasn't left first base yet, I don't think. Coaches are trying to get him off first base. There he goes, headed back into the dugout. Second out of the inning for the Braves after the strikeout by Grace Franklin and then the ground out by TJ Eversole. That's going to bring up the top of the lineup. Alex McDonald is going to be up to the plate, swinging away at the first pitch, fouling it off behind home plate. As we did see so far one of the defensive plays of the game from these three games that we've watched, as a great catch was made by number 13, the first baseman, Brogan Wood, as he was able to get a double play in that first inning. As Alex McDonald swings at the second pitch, hits it to the second baseman, and they're unable to throw him out at first. He's going to be on with a two-out single, as the Braves now have the tying run aboard and the go-ahead run at the plate with Evan McMurdo. Evan McMurdo been swinging a good bat as he hit a single and a home run. And he makes contact with this one, sends it into left field. But the Astros are able to get it back in quickly and hold the runner at camp. Good swing there by Evan McMurdo as he was able to make good contact with that one. Send it into left field. Tying run at second for the Braves. Go ahead run at first for Ryan Boyd, number 12 for the Braves. He grounded into a fielder's choice and hit a single in the third. He hits this one to the third baseman, who does a good job to corral it, but unable to step on third base in time. Braves load up the bases now with two away in the bottom of the fourth. Tying run, just one base away. Said number 13. He hit a fly out in the first and then came back with a triple in the third. He can put a good swing on this one. He could get the Braves the lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Braves have the bases loaded up. They got 2 outs early in the bottom of the fourth, but have come back with 3 straight singles. Now the bases are juiced for George Sett. 9-8. The Astros trying to hang on to this 1-run lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Braves have the tying run at third. Go ahead, run at second. And George Sett puts a good swing at it. The second baseman makes a great play to stop that one before going into the outfield. And he was unable to step on second in time. Everyone's going to be safe. The Braves have tied this game in the bottom of the fourth. Now, the go-ahead run just 1 base away from Mason Arida, who's hit 2 doubles. Both stand-up doubles in the second and the third. So the Braves have a good, strong bat at the plate as he pounds the plate and swings the bat around 2 or 3 times as he's ready to hit this one. He does a good job. This one gets past the third baseman of the Astros, and the Braves are going to take the lead with 2 runs here in the bottom of the fourth. Another double for Mason Orida brings 2 runs across for the Braves, and the Braves now hold the 11-9 lead over the Astros with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. All these runs have come with 2 outs, as the Braves have strung together 5 straight hits to put up these 3 runs that gives them this 11-9 lead. Liam Cohen at the plate. He's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles in the second and the third inning, as he's trying to add another hit to his at-bat totals. The speedster, both of them have been little ground balls to the infield, but he's able to beat him out, hustling down to first base. Second pitch comes in to Liam. He swings right over top of that one. That's going to be the second strike. Seen 3 pitches so far in this at-bat. 2 more chances to make contact with this one. As Liam looks out over the diamond, he sees a Braves runner at third and a Braves runner at second, as he has a chance to bring home 1, maybe 2 for the Braves if he's able to put one in play. Braves have taken their first lead in this game. They lead 11-9 after 5 straight hits, bring in 3 runs. Liam does a good job. He gets this one past the second baseman into center field. That's going to bring 2 around to score on a 2 RBI single. And that's going to make the lead for the Braves now 13-9, as that's the 5th run of the inning. And that's going to end this bottom of the fourth. And that is actually going to be the end of our ball game. The Braves are going to win this game 13-9 as the players line up to tell each other good game. We thank you for listening to this Junior Rookies baseball game here on JockJive Sports. I'm Anthony Crum alongside my partner Mike Rideout. Have a good rest of your day.